In the remote southwestern corner of Ethiopia, the Omo Valley stands as one of the last true wildernesses on Earth. This vast expanse of untamed land carved by the winding Omo River is a place where time seems to slow, and the modern world feels a world away. Here the landscape is both breathtaking and formidable, with rolling grasslands, dense forests, and dramatic escarpments that have sheltered its people for generations. Along the banks of this life-giving river live the Mursi people, renowned for their striking appearance, ancient traditions, and fierce independence. Their presence here is as enduring as the land itself, and their culture is woven into the very fabric of the valley. Their isolation has preserved a way of life centered on cattle and cultivation, deeply tied to the rhythms of the land. Every season brings new challenges and opportunities, and the Mursi have learned to adapt, drawing wisdom from the generations before them. Cattle are everything: wealth, status, and identity. They are at the heart of social life, used in rituals, marriages, and even as a measure of a person's standing within the community. The bond between the Mursi and their herds is profound, reflecting a deep respect for the animals that sustain them. The Mursi also grow sorghum and maize, relying on the river's cycles. These crops are vital for survival, and the community works together during planting and harvest, reinforcing the ties that bind them. Their reputation for aggression is rooted in a history of defending their territory, but beneath this exterior lies a community bound by loyalty and tradition. The Mursi are protectors of their land, but also caretakers of their culture, passing down stories, songs, and values from one generation to the next. To understand the Mursi, one must look past the lip plates and rifles to see a people navigating the challenges of the modern world. While they honor their ancestors, they also face new realities, balancing tradition with the pressures of change, and finding ways to adapt without losing themselves. Their customs, beliefs, and daily struggles form a tapestry of resilience and adaptation. Each day, the Mursi demonstrate ingenuity and strength, whether in ritual, work, or the simple act of teaching their children the ways of their ancestors. The Mursi are not relics of the past. They are a living community fighting to maintain their identity amid rapid change. Their story is one of survival, pride, and the enduring power of culture in the face of an uncertain future. As we enter their world, we discover a culture both enigmatic and enduring, a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the beauty of lives lived in harmony with the land. The Lower Omo Valley is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, famed for ancient human fossils and dramatic landscapes shaped by the Omo River. The river's annual flood brings life to the valley, enabling agriculture in an otherwise harsh climate. The Mursi and neighboring tribes have mastered survival here, reading the land and managing resources with skill passed down for generations. Acacia trees, wild grasses, and the river's wildlife are woven into daily life and spiritual beliefs. The valley's isolation preserved its unique cultures for millennia, allowing diverse traditions and languages to flourish. Outsiders rarely ventured here until recently, but now modernity is encroaching. The Omo Valley is a living museum of heritage, but its seclusion is fading. With new opportunities come unprecedented threats to this fragile cradle of life. The future of the valley and its people hangs in the balance. At dawn, the Mursi Day begins with essential tasks. Women grind grain for porridge and fetch water, while men and boys tend the cattle. Cattle are central to Mursi life, serving as food, currency, and social glue. Men guard the herds, ever vigilant against predators and rival tribes, their rifles a symbol of protection. Villages are mobile, with simple grass huts that can be moved as the seasons demand. The village is the heart of social life. Children play, elders share stories, and everyone contributes. Evenings bring the community together to eat, talk, and pass down wisdom. Life is hard, but the sense of belonging and connection to the land is profound. The Mursi's daily rhythm is a cycle of work, vigilance, and community that has endured for centuries. The Mursi are famous for the dramatic lip plates worn by women, a tradition called Debia Tugoin that begins in the teenage years. This striking custom is one of the most recognizable aspects of Mursi culture, drawing curiosity and fascination from people around the world. The process is gradual and voluntary, with each woman choosing how far to stretch her lip, the plate becoming a symbol of strength and identity. Over time, the plates can grow to impressive sizes, each one carefully crafted from clay and often beautifully decorated, reflecting the creativity and skill of the wearer. Lip plates are worn with pride during ceremonies and important visits, signifying maturity and beauty. For the Mursi, these plates are not just ornaments. They are powerful statements of womanhood, social status, and belonging within the community. Scarification is another key tradition. Patterns cut into the skin tell stories of status, courage, and personal achievement. Each scar is made with care, and the process is both a rite of passage and a deeply personal journey. For women, scars are marks of beauty. For men, they can signify acts of bravery. These intricate designs are unique to each individual, serving as a living record of their experiences and milestones. Body painting with natural pigments transforms the Mursi into living works of art, especially during rituals and dances. The vibrant colors and bold patterns are chosen for their symbolic meanings, connecting the Mursi to their ancestors and the natural world around them. These practices are more than decoration. They are expressions of identity, resilience, and creativity. Through these body modifications, the Mursi celebrate their heritage and pass on their traditions to future generations. Each mark, plate, and painted line is a testament to the enduring spirit of the Mursi. They are reminders of the challenges faced and overcome, and of the pride the Mursi take in their unique way of life. Their bodies become living canvases, carrying the stories of their people. Every detail is a chapter in the ongoing narrative of the Mursi, linking the past to the present. Through these traditions, the Mursi assert their place in a changing world, holding on to their identity while adapting to new realities. The Mursi's spiritual beliefs are deeply woven into the rhythms of nature, with every element of their environment holding meaning. At the heart of their worldview is Tumwi, the sky god, who reveals his presence in rainbows arching across the Omo Valley and in the flight of birds overhead. For the Mursi, these signs are not just beautiful, they are messages from the divine guiding daily life and important decisions. Spiritual life is guided by the Komoru, a hereditary ritual leader whose role is both sacred and practical. The Komoru leads ceremonies to call for rain, ensure the health of the people, and protect the tribe from misfortune. His presence is a living link between the Mursi and the spiritual world, and his actions are believed to influence the fate of the entire community. The Komoru's wisdom is sought in all major decisions, from settling disputes to planning for the future. His well-being is seen as inseparable from the tribe's own, and when he falls ill, the community comes together in ritual to restore balance and harmony. One of the most dramatic and anticipated rituals is the Donga, ceremonial stick fighting where young men test their strength, courage, and skill. The Donga is more than a contest. It is a public display of bravery and a way for young men to earn respect and prestige within the tribe. Donga is a rite of passage, blending ancient tradition, fierce competition, and the pursuit of social status. Victors are celebrated, and the event strengthens bonds among families and clans, reinforcing the values of honor and resilience. Life's milestones, birth, coming of age, marriage, and death are all marked by elaborate rituals. These ceremonies are moments when the entire community gathers, sharing in joy or grief and reaffirming the ties that hold them together. Burial rites are especially significant, honoring the dead and ensuring their spirits continue to watch over the living. Ancestors are revered, and their memory is kept alive through stories, songs, and ritual offerings. These beliefs and ceremonies provide order, meaning, and a sense of belonging that shapes every aspect of Mursi society. Rituals are woven into daily life, reminding each person of their place within the tribe and the natural world. The spiritual world shapes every aspect of Mursi life, from daily routines to moments of crisis. In times of hardship, the community turns to ritual and tradition for strength, drawing on the wisdom of their ancestors and the guidance of their leaders. Through ritual and tradition, the Mursi maintain their connection to the land, to each other, and to the unseen forces that guide their destiny, ensuring their culture endures across generations. The Mursi's reputation for aggression is rooted in centuries of competition for scarce resources, water, land, and cattle. Intertribal conflict, cattle raiding, and territorial defense are part of life, with strength and readiness to fight seen as essential for survival. The arrival of automatic weapons like the Kalashnikov has made these conflicts deadlier, turning ritualized skirmishes into real threats. For the Mursi, owning a rifle is now a necessity, a symbol of manhood and a tool for protection. Their defensive stance is a rational response to insecurity and constant threat. Hostility toward outsiders is born from a need to protect land and culture from exploitation. Understanding this context reveals a people fighting not for violence but for survival and autonomy. The arrival of tourists in the Omo Valley has transformed the Mursi's world, turning their traditions into commodities. Tourists pay for photos, creating a transactional relationship that can erode cultural meaning and spark jealousy within the community. The Mursi have become objects of curiosity, their humanity sometimes overshadowed by the quest for exotic images. Relations with neighboring tribes are equally complex, marked by rivalry, trade, and occasional alliances. Conflicts over land and cattle persist, but so do periods of peace and cooperation. Trade and intermarriage help maintain a delicate balance in the valley. The Mursi navigate these shifting dynamics with deep knowledge of unwritten rules and traditions. Whether dealing with tourists or rivals, every interaction shapes their place in the modern Omo Valley. The challenge is to preserve dignity and identity amid constant change. Today, the greatest threat to the Mursi comes from large-scale development and government policy. The Jibe 3 Dam has disrupted the Omo River's flood cycle, undermining traditional agriculture and food security. Land grabbing for commercial plantations has displaced the Mursi, blocking access to grazing and cultivation areas. Forced resettlement programs push them into permanent villages, eroding their semi-nomadic lifestyle and self-sufficiency. Promised services often fail to materialize, leaving many impoverished and dependent on aid. These changes threaten the very fabric of Mursi culture, disconnecting them from their land and heritage. Their struggle is emblematic of indigenous peoples worldwide, caught between tradition and imposed progress. The future of the Mursi hangs on their ability to resist and adapt. The Mursi story is one of resilience. Centuries of survival in a demanding land, holding fast to tradition amid adversity. Today they face unprecedented challenges: land loss, cultural assimilation, and ecological disruption, yet the Mursi have not surrendered. They protest, adapt, and continue to teach their children the values of their ancestors. Their fierce reputation now symbolizes defiance against external threats, not just rival tribes. The fate of the Mursi reflects a global struggle for indigenous rights and cultural survival. Their spirit is a reminder of the world's cultural diversity and the cost of its loss. The Omo Valley's future is uncertain, but the Mursi's determination endures. They will not disappear quietly. Their fight for identity continues.